So having the right price for a digital product can really drive sales through the roof, but having the wrong price can really make you wonder whether your work is worth anything at all. In this video, I'm going to show you a really simple way to price your digital products so you can account for all your overheads and time invested to make sure that you go on to make a profit. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dawn Marie and I'm here on YouTube documenting my journey of starting a digital product business from scratch. So if you are new and you want to see what my journey looks like, you want to follow along with me, then I will be sharing all the ideas, the thoughts that I have on building this digital product business. If you look back in my previous video, I'll leave a playlist in the description box below. You'll see everything that I've already gotten up to, from building my website, coming up with the product, the strategy. I'm sharing all of that, as well as my mistakes. So you can expect a raw and transparent view of what it is like to build a digital product business from scratch, as well as I will not be relying on places like Creative Market and Etsy. So if that interests you, then I would love if you subscribe to the channel. And if you are joining me again, then welcome back. Now, in a previous video, I shared my pricing strategy for how I come up with a price for my digital products. And I spoke about how once I've gotten the price, how I compare that to my competitors, as well as I test it with my audience to see what's most attractive to them. But I know that some of you are probably wondering what is a very simple way for coming up with a good number instead of plucking a value out of thin air and wondering whether it will work for you or whether it's enough. So that's really what this video is for. So first, let's consider how you might price a physical product. Your suggested price for a physical product is determined by the sum of all your costs, which will include cost for your materials in making the product, time invested in creating the product, plus any fees that you incur as a result of listing that product, maybe on a marketplace. So this will return a suggested price that if you sell it at that, you will break even on your cost and time. Now, from that suggested price, you then increase the value of it, which is your markup price or percentage, and that will be your selling price. Now, this same formula that we apply to our physical products, we can also apply to our digital products. Now, I have made this very easy for myself because I've created a calculator that I use to help me price my own digital products to make sure that I can make a profit on them. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box below where you can get access to it as well if you want to. So here's how I use it. So first I enter my hourly rate. Now I ask myself to find out what my hourly rate is. How much do I want to earn per year from my digital product business? And then I use an online calculator to find out that hourly rate. So I've put my hourly rate as $25. The currency of this calculator is actually dollars since I sell my products in dollars. So I also make sure to convert all my currency into dollars. So I have my hourly rate. Next, I consider how much time I've invested into making the product. You can use a timer if you want to, but I have a rough idea of how much time I might spend on creating a template. So that might be 1 hour. Then I add my materials cost. I take the sum of all materials that I use in making the product. And this is really the best part because it comes up to nothing. I don't spend money on any software for creating the digital product since Google Docs and Canva are free. So you can say that much of my cost is in the time that I invested. Next, I add on any fees and taxes that I need to pay for the product. I list my product on my website, so there's no listing fee there. And for transaction fees, I use Stripe and have added the amount that I would pay for this. So you can see once these numbers are filled in that it returns a break-even selling price. Now, break-even means that if I were to sell the product at this specific price, the break-even price, that I will make back all my money invested as well as the time that I invested into the product. So you could say that the break-even selling price is the suggested selling price. Now you might say, I don't really want to break even. Maybe you want to get back $5 or $10 for every product that you sell. Well, you can add that on and then use this column to mark your actual selling price, and you will see that the calculator will return your estimated profit. So now you know how much to sell your product for without thinking too hard about what that number might be. And it gives you an easy starting point for coming up with your number that you can then increase if you're looking to make a decent margin. Now, some other things that I've included in this calculator that might be important is if you decide to offer your product at a discount and how that will affect your margins. Now, keep in mind that where you're selling digital products, you can sell them infinitely without any additional work or overhead cost. And you really only need to sell one product to break even or make a profit. So maybe after a few months of selling, you decide, you know what, I want to sell it at a discount. You can do so without worrying that you are diving into your profit margins. I've also included any ad spend that you may spend when promoting your product as well. So that's the easy way of coming up with a price to sell your digital products. Keep in mind that when you do have your suggested selling price, that you always compare it with what your competitors are offering. So you are never too high or too low, and you're at that sweet spot that is likely to attract customers. If you want any tips in that matter, then be sure again to check the description box below for my previous video. That's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye now.